What's up, guys? How are you? Welcome into a Sunday morning episode of the Daily Juice Podcast. My name is Matt Peralt. You guys can follow me across all of my socials at Sports Talk Matt, and this podcast being brought to you by our friends at DraftKings. I am actually headed to a DraftKings NBA Cup party tonight here in Las Vegas. So I'm taping this before the Creighton Blue Jay game is over against Alabama. Actually, that game hasn't even tipped off yet, but what we do know is that we've gone 1-1. Army, Navy flew over. Navy almost got there by themselves. And then UCLA, Arizona just didn't score for the last 9 minutes of that game. They didn't score at all. I mean, it was sort of pacing towards the under, but that obviously killed the over 147 bet. So that missed. And now we're left with the Creighton Blue Jay game on the road at Alabama for us to have a winning day or losing day. So the day hinges on that, which I don't know. And I won't know till later on tonight whether we had a winning day or we had a losing day. Today, however, live stream. Terrell and I have you for an hour or so. Starting at 9 o'clock a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern, taking you up to kickoff of the early games here today on the BettingPros Week 15 live stream. Hope to see all you guys there on the BettingPros YouTube channel. Join us. We'll go through every single game on Sunday, give you picks, plays, and thoughts, and prop bets and more, all coming at you on the BettingPros YouTube channel for the Week 15 live stream with myself and Terrell Furman coming at you guys here on a Sunday. All right, so for today, I've got one side, two totals, and one teaser. I don't know how heavy I'll be in the prop market. I got to be honest, but I may have a Wong teaser. This is a very teaserific Sunday, so I'll probably have only two prop bets, and I'll add an official Wong teaser during the live stream coming up here today. So tune in for that. It's late in the year. Teasers could be somewhat profitable, so we're going to jump in on jumping with that. So let's grab a hold of 5.5, 6 units today. It's a little heavier than I like to get into, but it's one of our last regular season Sundays, so let's have some fun with it. Before we do that, let's tell you about our friends at DraftKings and the Pick 6. New players, you play $5, you get $50 instantly in Pick 6 credits with the promo code JUICE at sign-up. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org in Connecticut. 18 plus in most eligible jurisdictions, but other age and eligibility restrictions may apply. Valid only in jurisdictions where DraftKings Pick 6 operates. Pick 6 not available everywhere, including but not limited to New York and California, Ontario. Void where prohibited. For terms, go to pick6.draftkings.com/promos. All right, let's start with the Bucs on the road at the LA Chargers. This is an interesting situation to see how this is all going to go down because Baker Mayfield is tremendous as a dog. Tremendous. With the Bucs, he's been way better. With the Bucs, he's 20-12 ATS. That's only behind Bo Nix and Jared Goff with their current teams against the number. Bo Nix on the road since the start of last year. Bo Nix is 12-4 ATS on the road, all with the Bucs. He's 16-0 if you were teasing this, by the way, in a 6-point teaser. So maybe you want to tease him up +3 to +9. High Wong teaser. Okay, this thing goes below 3. Guess what we're doing? This is one of the Wong teaser options for the Bucs and the Chargers. In Baker's 3 of the last 4 games on the road against the spread, he scored more than 20 points, and he's way better on the road than he is at home. Just the numbers just are absolutely obvious that Baker Mayfield plays better on the road for whatever reason. They beat Carolina by 3. They didn't cover in that game, but they won. They beat the Giants by 23, laying 6. They covered against the KC Chiefs. They beat New Orleans by 24 and covered. They didn't cover against Atlanta. That was the 3rd of October. It's a long time ago. Against Detroit, they went to Detroit and beat them. The only team to do that. They went to the Lions and beat them in week 2. We were on them in that game. Baker Mayfield and the Bucs, they're 8-5 overall, but they're 6-3 ATS against the NFC. 4-2 on the road this year, but they're hot away from home. Now, the Chargers are 9-4 against the number this season. They're 4-2 against the number at home, 7-3 over their last 10 games. Last 2 games on the road, they covered them both against Atlanta and against Kansas City, but I can't get away from this trend with Baker Mayfield. I like Baker a lot. I mean, Baker, as a member of the Bucs, When he's facing defenses that are allowing 17 points or less, he's 3-0 against the spread. They're 3-point dogs. Give me the 3. This number probably goes below 3. And when it does, it's a Wong teaser option, and we'll go from 2.5 up to 8.5. This is a very interesting leg. We'll have probably 2 bets on this game with Baker Mayfield and the Bucs, but for this one, it's +3. Tampa +3 for 1.1 units. Bet number 2. Let's go to Buffalo and Detroit. Everyone's thinking points, right? Well, when the line is this high and it's 54.5, it's a point below the Bills and Chiefs back in October of 22. And that was a 55.5 between those two teams. Since 2009, when totals are approaching 55, this is 54.5, the under is 23-10. What am I doing with this game? I'm going under. We may go right up against it. I mean, we're talking like 24, we're talking about right up 28, 24 type, right? Like right there, 52, 53. But at 54.5, this is just basically just a system play. The highest total on the board, 2 teams playing for, they're calling it a preview of the Super Bowl, but who knows? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. The Bills with Josh Allen have not been great against the number as a dog. In fact, Josh Allen has been not good at all. When the Bills are off of a loss and Josh Allen's a dog, he's 5-6 straight up and 5-6 against the number. They're off of a loss and they're a dog here on the road against Detroit. Back-to-back road games as well. Not great. For Josh Allen, he's been great against the NFC, but lost to the Rams last week. He's never lost consecutive games outright to NFC opponents. So the Rams, and now here are the Lions. We'll see if that continues, but he's 17-12-1 against the number here against the NFC. Let's see what they look like here today, but I think this number is too high. We'll go under 54.5 for the Bills and the Lions. More on that game in a second. To Sunday night we go. Green Bay on the road, favored against Geno Smith and the Seattle Seahawks. Sunday night unders since 2022, 39-19 to the under. That's nearly 70% of the time to the under. The regular season, 36-14. That includes a ridiculous mark where you look at these teams, 10-4 to the under this season. 10-4. We bet it last week with the Niners. We're betting it this week for the Green Bay Packers and the Seattle Seahawks. We're going under. These teams are fighting for position. They're both fighting in their divisions. They're trying to make some news, some noise. Matt LaFleur is 14-11 with extra prep time against the number. Over the last 20 years, that's the 4th best mark of coaches, 99 of them in the NFL. When LaFleur is at home, he's not, 11-4. But on the road, just 3-7 ATS. That's not great. 3-7 ATS. The NFC North is now 29-9 straight up against other divisions. That's incredible. That's the 2nd best mark for a full season by any division since the 1990. The 2013 NFC West were the best in that same time frame. Packers can win this game, but I think this is a dead under game. I think this is going to be low scoring. I think defenses rule. Geno Smith has not played great straight up at night games, but 9-5 ATS with Seattle and the Jets. Been an underdog a lot in primetime. He's 2-10 straight up as a primetime underdog. That's not great, but keep the game close. Lose by 3. He wouldn't cover, but under most likely comes in. We're going to play the under here in this game between these two teams. We're going under 46. So it's Bucs +3, Buffalo, Detroit under 54.5, Green Bay and Seattle under 46, and the teaser, I'm taking both dogs in both unders. Under in dogs. Green Bay against the Lions tease up to +8.5, and Seattle at home tease from 2.5 up to 8.5. We're going to cross 3. We're going to cross 7. We're going to create our own Wong teaser here, even though the Buffalo-Detroit game does not qualify because the total is 54.5, so it doesn't qualify. 49 and lower, that's what qualifies for a Wong teaser. But I'm going to pull the Bills up because I think that's a back-and-forth battle. That's a 3 to 4 point win for either Buffalo or Detroit. I think either side of a teaser here will come in. Seattle, I think they'll stay close. In fact, I think they'll win the game outright against Green Bay. They're desperate. They've got to keep pace. They can't be, they're in a dogfight. Green Bay most likely is going to win a wild card, if not win the division, but Detroit's going to be tough for them to catch. So I think Green Bay's got a little less urgency, and they're on the road against Seattle in prime time, and that 12th man, I think, is going to have a big factor in this game for the Seahawks. So I'm going to go Bills plus 8.5, Seattle plus 8.5 for a 1.2 unit teaser. All right. So a couple of player props and a Wong teaser will come at you guys coming up on the live stream starting at noon Eastern time, 9 Pacific with myself and Terrell Furman on the BettingPros YouTube channel. Hope to see all you guys there as we'll break down these games. But once again, Bucs plus 3. Buffalo, Detroit under 54.5. Green Bay, Seattle under 46. And the teaser is Bills, Seattle, both at plus 8.5 for 1.2 units. My name is Matt Peralt. Follow me across all socials at Sports Talk Matt. Every morning, it is the Daily Juice Podcast presented by DraftKings.